Cal. I'm E.
I'm D.
And we hope that you have tuned in for season 7 preview or a recap of season 7 for the Real Housewives of Potomac. Today we'll be discussing season 8's trailer, and it is a hot. We do see that there's a new cast member. Her name is Nneka. I don't remember her last name.
Ihim, I think.
And she is off to a rocky start. But there's a whole bunch of things going on. Clearly, let us know what's happening.
Okay, so we're going to run down through all of the points that were hit during the trailer, and then we'll discuss, give our thoughts, because we have lots of them. Whew. All right, so the trailer starts with the ladies toasting with drinks, and Ashley Darby is making a toast claiming that they are going to keep Potomac weird. Yeah, weird. Anyway, so this shot does include the newcomer that he just mentioned, Nneka Ihim, I believe is her last name. Sorry if I'm butchering it. And so of course the next shot is Giselle with a title in like 90s font that says Cougar Town, where she's featured with her boy toy, a younger man that she is dating, by the way. And then some of the ladies are shown kayaking, and a graphic of Mia, also in the 90s font, says MIA. Next shot is Candace with the graphic calling her The Voice. I guess all the ladies are getting some little nicknames here. Ashley is shown as Darby's former Barbie, and she proceeds to intro her new boobs as Demi and Diamond. Next shot is the ladies around a table where Wendy Osefo asks, "Who at the table swallows?" And a graphic calling her Nutty Professor. Ironic. Then the camera pans to Robin Dixon, who is raising her
Oh my
hand.
god, I didn't notice that. They called her the Nutty Professor.
Uh-huh. Yep. The camera pans to Robin Dixon, who is raising her hand, presumably after Wendy's question, and a graphic beneath her calls her Love and Basketball. Camera then pans to Karen Huger with the graphic calling her the Grand Dame, of course. The next shot is Nneka walking, and then it cuts to Giselle placing a crown on Nneka's head, anointing her as the new Grand Dame of Potomac. But the graphic simply calls her the new girl. Once the graphic names are gone, and it's all done, the real trailer starts showing what's to come in the new season. The ladies are all decked out, walking together, and the next shot shows them dancing at a drag show. They were literally all dressed up. They were shown working out, hanging out. Wendy also did a painting of Karen at one point where she highlighted Karen's mole with two hairs sticking out. The next shot is actually introducing Nneka to the ladies at some sort of gathering. This, we later find out, is Ashley's housewarming little party. And then Nneka's confession comes on where she says that her daddy was a rich bitch, and so he made her a rich B too. Immediately she's flexing by thanking her husband for buying her a $2 million house. The next clip is of Mia telling Ashley that she thinks Ashley married Michael Darby for his money. Ashley then asks Mia if she married Gordon for his money, to which Mia says, "I might have." And I love her honesty. Later we see Mia and Gordon where she is telling someone how she retained at some point a divorce attorney. This was a little shocking. Next clip is of Eddie Osefo, Happy Eddie, telling Wendy that he comes to I guess Wendy is telling or he's telling Wendy that when he comes to bed she's already sleeping, and Wendy responds with, "Yeah, because you come to bed at 2 a.m. So afterwards we see that Ashley's crying, telling someone that she feels so guilty. This probably has something to do with Michael Darby. Giselle is at one point with her oldest daughter, Grace, telling her that she thinks Grace is unprepared for college. Grace, of course, agrees. Later we see Mia telling Karen, old dogs need to learn new tricks. Karen responds by saying Mia is the trick. Whew.
You see what I mean?
The next clip is Candace telling Karen how Michael is suing her. And then we see immediately after that Candace and Ashley are arguing at a restaurant table, as the ladies are, prone to do. Um then there's a clip about a planned intervention for Robin regarding all of Juan Dixon's cheating scandals. Um
Mm.
which of course is followed by a clip of Juan saying people always got something to say and he does not care. Robin is seen later on in a vehicle crying, saying that she's been turned into an effing villain and she didn't do anything to any of them. I'm assuming she's referring to the ladies. NECA is also telling Robin in another scene how Wendy's mom has a shrine to her. This just took a turn. After which Wendy is shown saying how her mother worships God, and then NECA says that during the day she worships God, but at night she's submitting names to the shrine. In the same scene, but at a different point, the food falls, and the fire that was keeping it warm also falls, and it looks like it's catching fire elsewhere. This prompts Candace to say something about being surrounded by demons and they're coming for them. Final clip is of Karen and Robin fighting, and Karen walking away from Robin, telling her to shut up. So, yeah, that was the gist of the preview. That was bonkers, like bonkers.
Man, where do we even start, or what do we even say? Why do all the housewives, the new housewives that come through, why do they gotta flex like this?
I don't know.
Monique did this. I
Yeah,
can't even remember like the housewives coming in. I guess Wendy flexed with her degrees.
yeah,
This girl is flexing with all the money she has, and we see like,
yeah.
later on in season 8, she has like 10,000 houses all over the states,
Yeah.
possibly some in Nigeria. They talk about basically their net worth or whatever. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
why they do that. I mean, I guess for, I don't know. I thought the whole point of being a housewife is just being a wife to somebody, not showing off all these other things, but whatever.
You realize that, like, they are literally redefining what it is to be a housewife on these shows. I mean,
Clearly.
because a lot of them start businesses, a lot of them, do other things and have other jobs. Because NECA is a lawyer; she's like
Mhm.
an actual attorney. So she is in-house counsel, I believe, for a company. So she's working. Wendy, we know, has 10 jobs. And then I don't really know what Robin or Giselle do, but I'm sure they do.
Reasonably shady.
Okay. All right. Karen has her 3-wick candle. Um Mia was
Well,
the
it is in major stores, so I think she's doing really good. She's
good
like
job, Karen.
one of the wealthier Potomac housewives.
That's true. That's true. Shout
Mhm.
out Ray though. And Mia Mia was the CEO, marketing brand ambassador. I don't know, for the joint chiropractic, and no longer is that, because as we learned in the last season's reunion, her and Gordon were stripped of any kind of, business dealings with the joint chiropractic, which I recall at one point her saying they owned them, and that,
Mhm.
you know, she was a CEO and owner, and then by the end of it we find out she was just a marketer. So
I
yeah.
don't even know. I
Yeah.
mean, I think what's the most or makes me the most sad about this whole trailer is possible like wedding, not wedding, marriage problems between Happy Eddie and Wendy. Like, what's happening? Like, we were
Yeah.
just talking about them being very solid, and I've seen my fair share of franchises from the housewives, and like the longest like relationship marriages, they all end. So I think it just makes me a little scared for them. You
'Cause
know, just throwing it out
because she falls asleep before he comes to bed. Because he stays up till 2. Ma'am, I woke up to the restroom at 4 o'clock this morning. When I'm walking out the door, guess who I see in the living room? My man. What are you doing over there, sir? You know what? I didn't ask. I went back to bed because sleep is my favorite thing. I think they're gonna be fine.
No, well, I mean, I thought Kyle and Mo were gonna be fine, and clearly they're getting a divorce now, and that's Beverly Hills, guys. So
Aw.
you know,
Well, you never know. Yeah, you're right.
I think I see it a lot in Housewives. I think it really does put a strain in their relationship,
Yeah.
whether it's
Hope
money
not.
or the drums or whatever it is. So I
Yeah.
think just when we start seeing, little tiffs like this, it turns into a big thing, you know.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. But I really hope that's not the case for them because I love the SFOs. They're just cute. I love them. What you were just mentioning also earlier about how when the new housewives are introduced and they're always flexing, Mia was like that too.
Oh yeah, Mia. I forgot
So
yeah. She flexed her wealth and her all that she had done.
the yes, yep,
Within
all
like
the
10
search
minutes, we knew everything that was restructured, reconstructed, and added.
redone, rebuilt. Yeah. hmm
Hmm.
Well, so this trailer, um, Ashley really didn't seem to have much of a storyline already because we didn't really see much about her other than she's got new boobs and is still married to Michael Darby, who is suing Candace. And Candace once again is fighting with Ashley, and there was really no other plot point for her on there. Giselle is talking about her daughter because once again Giselle doesn't talk about herself. Aside from they mentioned the boy toy, so maybe that could actually be a real storyline for
They
her.
already broke up though. I'm not sure. I can't remember.
Oh my god!
Live. Continue.
Because weren't they supposedly together for a little bit? Like,
Let's
I don't
see.
know.
I know
But
she met
anyway,
him at the Bravo house, I think.
yeah, because wasn't he like friends with Ashley's then boyfriend, who she's also
Hmm.
not with anymore?
Yeah.
Well, so yeah, so that's what we saw about her. Karen, I mean, really, there was like nothing on her other than, she's still the grand dame. And then Robin, I think, really is going to be the primary thing, which is crazy because we've been talking about how Robin really hasn't had much to do on the show, and we're finally getting a Robin centric season, it looks like.
It's Robin centric, but it's about Juan again. It's not
Ugh,
about Robin.
no.
It's
Yeah,
not about Robin. I don't know,
yeah.
an entanglement. It's not about Robin and her failing business. It's not Robin and no, I'm just saying as an example. It's
Oh, okay.
Robin and her ugly ass red hair. I mean that because she looks better as a blonde. It's not. It's everything related to Juan Dixon. I
Yeah.
can't stand this man at this point. I
Oh,
hate the storyline for her.
I think Juan Dixon is so terrible, and he does not love that woman. I strongly believe that he does not love that. It's like, how can you, man? I don't know. How can you do that to your wife? And it's like, I don't know. All of the
I think they're still
all the
together.
stories.
Breakup.
Oh, okay. So good for Giselle. That's something. Um, but yeah, no, there really wasn't much, you know, content, real much.
Well, Mia is getting a divorce.
We know that from the blogs now she's getting divorced. We don't know if in the season she gets to that point, but we might, see how it all goes towards that. I mean,
Well, at
if
least
it's
she's separated for sure because I think the blogs are saying that she was dating someone and she's keeping it on the low low, like how Kim Zolciak kept it on the low low because none of us know who Big Papa is from back in the day. She's dating someone. I think Gordon's out of the picture. As soon as for richer for poorer kicked in the poorer section, Mia bounced. That's what I see. My preliminary thoughts.
um I ain't saying she a gold digger.
But she ain't.
I, you know, you know, I'm just going to throw that out there and just leave it there. Cause
I mean, we
Hey.
know that Mia was working as an what does she call herself? Like an entertainer at a place where they serve steak and lobster.
And
So
we
she
did
was
see
on the
that they
come up.
actually serve steak and lobster like in prior seasons.
So, I mean, I'm not trying to bash her or anything, but I'm just saying she's kind of openly said, maybe I was a gold digger. Maybe, the come up was real. So
Yeah.
this just shows me 2 plus 2 is four. The math is mathing.
Whether you add it or multiply it, it's four. I'm just saying.
There you go.
So, look, I was disappointed in season 7, and y'all make sure you guys watch our season 7 recap. I think it was one of like the most trash seasons they've had. And I'm hoping that this season won't be that way, but the fact that there's already so much centered around Juan Dixon pisses me off because I think that like Robin deserves so much better than him. Um and like with the clip about like the planned intervention and all that. Granted, I've already seen episode 1 of season 8, so I'm not going to spoil that for you guys, but I will say it's pointless.
That was spoiled.
Well, my
If we
bad.
know Robin Dixon, we know what that means.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And it's just kind of one of those things where it's like I feel like it'll be interesting to see the way or the trajectory of Mia and Gordon's relationship, obviously, now that they're having these financial issues. So that, hopefully they actually focus on that in a good way. The fact that Ashley's still married to Michael is beyond me. I ain't saying she a gold digger, but I'm gonna leave it right there too.
Well,
Uh,
she's not even getting anything, so something
no, she's
math
not.
is
She divorces him. She's still married to him.
exactly. So that's why it's not gonna. Girl, stay married. Just live your life and get things paid. It's rough out here in this economy. I'm not gonna judge you.
It is.
Childcare
And
is expensive.
the other thing, like the last part of the clip already pissed me off. Like, why are Karen and Robin fighting again? Like, this is tired. Like, you guys are the OGs at this point. Why? Why are we still here? Like, you haven't even seen Giselle and Karen fighting for at least a good season and a half.
I think it's been a little more. They finally hashed it out. I just
Girl.
think it's, by season 10, what is it? They'll be good. Or
Mm,
whatever season we're on. I don't even
we're
know.
on 8 right now.
8. So yeah, I give it to season 10, then they'll be good.
Her
And
and
then
Robin.
move on. Yeah. And then she'll move on to the next housewife. See, she's already starting beef with Mia. So that I can foresee that, like, being good season 13. And then she moves on to the next house, Ashley. And,
But
I
is
give
Mia
it
gonna
to
continue to be a housewife if she's not married to Gordon or CEO slash marketer brand
well,
ambassador?
Giselle's not married to Jamal Bryan, and she's
But
still
Giselle
there.
got money.
You know, say, man. But
I ain't saying she a gold digger, but
is that your theme for today?
that should be the freaking title of this
You don't
episode.
even like Kanye.
I don't dislike Kanye. I always used to like him. It's just I'm not favorable to him now.
Well, I guess the last thing that I want to mention is what do we think about this NECA Wendy beef, the shrine, and all this nonsense that's brewing?
Off. Girl,
Tell me how you feel. Go.
y'all some Nigerians. Y'all supposed to be getting along. What happened to the sisterhood?
I really didn't even think about them like being Nigerian and the sisterhood and stuff. I thought of it more so like another person against Wendy. I'm like, when is she gonna get a friend?
Yeah, that
She
too.
needs a friend, a loyal one.
Real one, yeah.
She needs a Robin to a Giselle.
Does. She really does. I'm so tired of them picking on Wendy, honestly.
Yeah,
And like the NECA girl, I
she's
mean, like
obnoxious. I'm gonna tell y'all,
it is.
I don't like her already.
Like It's one thing to flex and all that, but it's another thing to already start with the drums. Like, give yourself a couple episodes. Like, dang.
Yeah, acclimate, like talk to people, like.
And on top of that, you want to throw in somebody's mama into the mix?
I
Ma'am, with
can't.
with some possible voodoo? Like, no, thank you. I don't want no parts of that. No.
I mean, I'm not gonna spoil the rest of the season, so I guess we'll talk about it then. But just watching this trailer and I guess watching what I watched, I was flabbergasted. I was like, I was low key, high key scared. Episode 4. Oh my god! I know you probably guys have already seen it on commercials or whatever trailers, but when the food fell on the floor, or I think it was on this trailer.
It was on the trailer, yeah.
I'm like, oh my god, I can't even watch this show anymore. I can't believe we're having these discussions. We can't. I was already creeped out, and then a little spoiler. We see later on it's Juan Dixon bumping into the fence that tipped over the food, but that's not the way they made it seem. Okay,
So it was a demon.
I'm done with you. I'm done with you. I am done with you. Legend. Nobody.
Alleged.
Okay.
Alleged.
I'm
Rumored.
done with you. Guys, let us know what you think about the trailer. What are you expecting to see on season 8? I mean, I can't even say, do you like NECA? I gotta ask you episode 1. But, what do you think about the nonsense that's happening? And it's going to continue throughout season 8. Let us know what you think. But that concludes today's episode. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe, turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos. I can't believe you said that about Juan. If you haven't already done so, please share our video. We're trying to grow our community so your friends could be our friends and we can all be friends and apparently rank on Juan Dixon. We also have social media, which Dio tell you about.
We're on Instagram and TikTok at Hear Me Out DNE. So make sure you guys follow, share, like, comment. We enjoy interacting with you guys.
We'll see you next time, guys. Peace.
Bye.
Okay.